And now, I'm going to introduce Tom Bicardi to present the evidence of this spectacular creature that may very well be the creature commonly known as Bigfoot. Here he is, the real Bigfoot hunter, Tom Bicardi.
Welcome, and thank each and every one of you people for being here today. It's an honor to have you all. This whole story evolved a little over 2 weeks ago. These gentlemen were on a national radio show, SquatchDetective.com, radio show on the internet. And the commentator, after hearing their story, asked them if they could send somebody down to verify what they had. At that point in time, they responded, well, we want somebody who actually hunts for Bigfoot. We want Tom Bicardi. And he said, well, I'll see what I can do. The next day, Steve called me. He says, Tom, I don't know what kind of validity is behind this. He says, but they're kind of cocky. They were probably like you were 30 years ago. At that point in time, he exchanged the contact names and numbers, and I called the guys. And yeah, he was right. They were cocky. You'll get a chance to meet them. And I think rightfully so. I says, okay, we'll talk further. I said, but I want you on my radio show, which is out every Wednesday on BigfootLiveRadioshow.com every Wednesday night, Pacific time, 7 o'clock. They agreed to come on. Now, you understand, they've been sought after in droves from people that talk to them, but they don't want to talk to any of them. But I felt quite honored. On my show, I asked them the question, do you really have the body? And they said yes. I says, who will you invite to come down and verify what you got? And they said, you. I said, I'll be there the next day. Lo and behold, I'm on a plane to Atlanta, Georgia the next morning. Now, as I'm on the plane, you got 5 hours to think, guys. And I'm thinking to myself, boy, I must be the nut here involved. What happens if I get there and there's nobody there? What happens if I call this number and nobody answers? And to boot, the plane was an hour and a half late with a storm going on. Well, I arrive, and lo and behold, both of these gentlemen were there. Chalk up 2 points for them right away. They kept their word. Not only that, at the same point in time, they made sure that I was in a comfortable and safe hotel. They made sure that I had something to eat. And we discussed for about an hour and a half what they had gone through. We agreed to meet the next day at 11 o'clock in the lobby. These guys, I gotta tell you, they're not early risers. Well, about 45 minutes after 11, they showed up. Without being solicited, they turned over the DNA sample to me. At that point in time, 2 more checkpoints, okay? I didn't ask them. They said, Tom Bicardi, I want you to take this DNA and get it analyzed. We talked for the next 4 or 5 hours, and they teased me with some pictures. At that point in time, I said, okay, I'm going to fly back to California, and I will get this analyzed. In which we went through results 1 and results 2, which each and every one of you people will get a copy of that here today. Trying to get pictures from these guys is like pulling teeth from a baby, trust me, okay? Because they know what they got. But they've agreed to release the ones that you're seeing now. Somebody did scoop them, and us, by hacking in to the website. But that's the reason why we're here today. I wanted to not come out yet, but like they say to me, Tom, we've got the body. What's the difference? And you know, when you stop and think about it, they're kind of right. They do have the body. So, at that point in time, we talked all week, and that Friday they said, come on down tomorrow, and we'll show you the body. That was a week ago tomorrow. I flew in, they picked me up. I was just in shock for about 4 hours. for what I had seen. Now, understand, I've been in the Bigfoot game since 1971, off and on, like everybody has heard. And for the last 3.5 years, on a full-time basis, 24/7, we have teams across this nation. I'm very fortunate to say at this point in time, the boys have agreed and they turned the body over to me. Those of you who've seen the Fox newscasts with Megyn Kelly in the mornings, America's Newsroom, the boys and myself invited her out to see the body, to probe it, to touch it, to smell it. And I told her she's welcome to be there with us. Starting Monday, I should have assembled some fine scientists that will do the autopsy to find the origin and death of this creature. And at that point in time, we will make it known, and hopefully we'll get somebody to come in and film it, maybe one of you guys, to show it to the world as it's being done. I want to get to the bottom of it. I'll tell you this, what I seen, what I touched, what I felt, what I prodded, was not a mask that was sewn on a bear hide, okay? And what I smelt also, all right? These fellas, when they found this thing, and they're going to tell it, you're going to hear it from the horse's mouth. It's a compelling story. They literally stumbled upon this creature. I don't want to tell the story. I don't want to steal from their thunder. But at this point in time, ladies and gentlemen, I want to turn this segment over to them. And I want to let each and every one of you people know that they will be available after this conference on a one-to-one basis with each and every one of you. They will make time. And there are going to be pictures that have never been seen before, which we will distribute to you. But at this point in time, to their surprise, I've got those photographs here for you guys today, and I will disperse one of each for you. Okay?
How large is the creature, and how much do you think it weighs?
7 feet 7 inches tall. Okay? The footprints were in excess of 16 inches long. The handprint from palm to the upper middle finger, excuse me for interrupting on you, okay, is 11 inches long. Okay? But I want you to understand, they did not want to give these photos out. I've talked to them, and they've agreed, hesitantly. But they're going to do it out of respect to me and to the scientific community and to you people here. You will actually see a bipedal creature, which we've got. We also have one of the body where the tongue and teeth are up close. So it'll prove to you people that this is not a mask. I'm sorry for interrupting. Go ahead.
It's fine. Go ahead.
I'm glad that we can address this at this present time. Remember, when I got thrown into this mix, the same crazy videos that you people did. When I confronted these guys, I said, you know, what was the purpose in all this? Well, they says, Tom, you don't realize how the death threats that we received. These guys actually received death threats. I was with them at 3 o'clock in the morning going back to one of their homes, that a car with tinted windows outside was waiting for them to come home. They called 911 and they had the cops out there to find out he was a Bigfoot buff and thinking that the body was in the guy's house. Since then, one of these guys have moved from their homes. Why don't you address and tell the people here why you went out and put these YouTube videos together?